Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad you are here. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any new videos. Make sure you click the red subscribe button and you also click the notification bell. That when it comes to leadership, it begins with you. There is what we call personal mastery, or self-leadership. Most of the authors, they tend to interchange those words, personal mastery or self-leadership. So before you begin to think of leading your sibling, before you think of leading people in the home or at school or in the workplace or nationally or internationally, the question is, have you been able to master yourself? Personal mastery. Have you been able to lead you? That's self-leadership. In other words, taking that definition of leadership, we are saying, do you have a vision?
Oh.
Have you written it down?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have goals that you are actually following? Wait a minute. You have a vision.
Okay.
You have goals. Do you have values?
Wait, what?
Do you have values? Because organizations, for them to succeed, there must be values as well. So you have a mission, you have a vision, you have values. For example, you see, so organizations do that, which means the business leader is supposed to be the one that comes up with the values together with their team. And then everybody must know the values of the organization. They know the vision, but then what are the principles that govern us going in the direction that we are going? So, for example, you can have values such as integrity, values such as excellence. Those are some of my personal values. So when you now work in an organization, you are trying to align your own vision to the vision of the organization. You align your personal values to the values of the organization. There are certain organizations I cannot work with. There are certain organizations that I cannot consult for because I don't agree with their values. Therefore, I don't want to be associated with what they do because it will affect my personal brand. And it will affect the corporate brand of my organization. Do you get the point? So it begins with the self-leadership. How do you lead yourself? Do you care about you? So do you have a vision? Is it written down? Do you have values? Are they written down? Are you following your values? When we look at the way you talk, when we look at the way you dress, when we look at everything you do, can we align it with the values of yourself?
So, Doc, what's the importance of writing? You keep on saying write. Can't I just throw them in my mind and
look,
boom?
Your mind is not meant to store things. Your mind is made for thinking. You need to store things elsewhere. You need to have a notepad. You need to have a notebook where you store things. Also, when you put it in writing, it sticks in your subconscious. And there is a way for you to refer. You see, quite a number of organizations have no vision, they have no mission, they have no values. Or maybe the leader knows them, but the rest of the people do not know. So if you put them in writing, you are able to share with the rest of your team. And now you will be able to build a good team. Remember we said a leader can build a team and motivate the team. You cannot inspire and motivate a team and build a team that is successful without one vision and the same values.
Wow.
So even as it begins as an individual, self-leadership. Are you leading yourself well? What's your vision? What's your values? Are you honest?
You don't say.
Do you stand for what you say you do? So many people, they fail out there leading because they have failed to lead themselves. How organized are you as an individual?
I think many of us are guilty of that. I think it also goes back to the family aspect.
Yes.
As a father or mother or as a leader of the family.
Right.
You don't actually govern yourself well and you expect to govern others well.
So now you will be blaming your wife, you blame your husband, you blame your children, you blame your parents, but yourself, you are failing to master yourself. You are failing to lead yourself. So in terms of leadership, before we talk about styles of leadership, before we start talking about charismatic leadership, transformational leadership, transactional leadership, ethical leadership, servant leadership, before we talk about all those things, start by leading you.
Wow.
Let's end here for today.
Thank you, sir. Wow.
Most welcome. Nice talking to you.
Thank
because
you.
of COVID-19.